So, are you riding rough with your Rough Riders? We got some Rough Rider knives right here. Showing off this little slip joint. It's a all stainless construction. That's a nice little knife you can throw on your keychain. And when I say little, I mean little. Here, let's zoom out. Yeah, these guys are tiny. But I'd say they're pretty adorable for how small they are and everything. I mean, this little gold Warncliffe one doesn't have an edge on it. Like, it's really quite dull. Like, yeah, not really too functional. You could probably throw an edge on it. But this little silver one actually has a pretty decent edge. I actually opened a package with it earlier. So, pretty cool little knife. So, I actually have quite a few Rough Riders to show off. I was little bit crazy today, well, the other day, I guess, and I saw some of the Wasp series from Rough Rider, and I was like, those are really cool. So what did I do? I went and bought all 12 of them. So we're gonna go ahead and do a little unboxing of those and kind of line them up and take a look at them. So let's see what I think on them. Let's zoom that out just a little bit there. Adjust the camera. Could I do this in multiple shots? I could, but I won't. All right, so this isn't part of the Wasp series. It's the Tadpole, but it's kind of similar to the Wasp series. They have another one. I think it's called the the Bee or the Bumblebee or something like that. And it's the same knife, just a different color with the G10. So the Bumblebee is like a yellow, and this is like a green and black. With the Bumblebee's yellow and black, but it's a pretty cool knife. I think it's really cool. At least it's actually an assisted open flipper with a liner lock. So, and that's also really quite small. But I mean, obviously, it these little ones here are just absolutely tiny. So, anyways, we'll jump into opening some of these Wasp series knives now. And we'll kind of line them up here and see if we can get them all on the screen as we kind of line things up. So anyways, so the first one we got here is the Rough Rider 2268. I'm going to open that up here. And I believe this one was called the Barlow, but I'll be honest, I don't think I'm going to be able to give you the names other than the serial number, because I'm not going to remember what they all were when I bought them, but I thought they were pretty cool. So, but yeah, I believe this one was the Barlow. So something that's kind of cool about these is they're actually, the Wasp series is all done in VG10 and in the G10 on the scales. So VG10 steel, which is a lot better than the 440A that typically comes on them. They have a better edge retention. At least I believe they're tougher too. I'm not sure on all the qualities of VG10, but I know it is a better steel than the 440A that they typically come with. See, that fit and finish feels really good on this one, at least. Yeah, that sounds nice. Got a real good walk and talk on there. Oh, gee. Guess I gotta get a little better nails. Maybe open it from the right side. But all right, so there's that one. We'll go ahead and open the next one here. So we got our Rough Rider 2270. The Wasp series. They're all probably going to look about the same as we pop them open and take a look at them. As far as, the packaging, I mean, obviously the knives are going to be different, but the packaging should be about the same. So, all right, so I got a nail nick. Oh, well, that's interesting. So it's got like two separate nail nicks. So that front nail nick there is not easy to grab, so it's a good thing to have that back one. That one's a little bit deeper, more profound. So, cool. So there's that one there. I believe this is a trapper. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of interesting to have like this double nail nick going on the blade. But yeah, that first one there does, like, you really have to like try to get in there, and yeah. So this one that's a little bit closer is easier to access. And but both these ones here on this blade are good. So next we have the RR2262. And I'll be honest, I don't know what this one's actual name was called, but the RR2262 is the number, so we'll have to look that up. But got 3 blades there. Yeah, fit and finish looks really good on that one as well. Rubbing on the wall there with that one. This blade right here may be rubbing against that liner wall just a little bit there. But I mean, you are packing 3 blades in there, so that's probably a normal thing. Okay. Next one is the 2265. Okay, that looks pretty similar as far as an outline goes, but it's just 2 blades. So, okay. Okay. So probably, so yeah. So, yeah, that looks pretty cool. So yeah, those are like the same handle shape. But this one's a little bit more diagonal cut on the bolsters and has 3 blades. And the blades are obviously, you know, different shaped. Although, clip point blade, now the clip point blades are different too. Okay, next we got the 2260. Oh yeah, this is like a, shoot, I can't remember what it's called either. It's like a hawkbill, I think is what they call that. I'm not sure what the name was on it, but yeah, RR2260 though. Kind of a cool looking knife. That's unique. One thing I've noticed on all of these knives so far is they do not feel very sharp. Like, I feel like I need to put an edge on all of these. So just, I might even try to cut a piece of paper with this later, but they do not feel sharp, like, at all. So yeah, I'll have to probably throw some edges on these things. All right. What we got here? We got our RR2263. And I'll go ahead and open that one first. Well, that's kind of a cool shaped blade on there. I'll be honest, I probably should have looked at the knives a little bit before actually buying them. I saw one model and I was like, that is a really cool knife. And then I was like, oh, it's a series. And I was like, well, I have to buy the whole series if I'm going to own one, which I know is clearly flawed logic, but you know, you can't just buy one and think, you know, you don't want it to be alone. It's got to be with its siblings, you know. It's got to have friends. So had to pick had to pick them up. So I'll go ahead and grab another one here. So we got our RR2267. That one. And this is a little liner lock, so that's kind of cool. You kind of see how that works there. It's got a little, looks like a brass liner, and then just steps right there and then pushes underneath the blade. So, all right. Yeah, it's like a little brass liner on that liner lock. So that's kind of cool because it's still constructed like a standard like slip joint, but then it just has that little little bit right there that comes over. So kind of a classic looking knife that still has a locking mechanism for, yeah, it's kind of unique and cool. All right, next one we got the RR2261. That's a big blade on that thing. How's that compared to some of these other ones here? Okay, so it is a bit bigger. Okay. Okay, what are these called? Are these some, I don't want to say the wrong name, but these two knives are pretty much the same knife, just one's bigger and one's smaller. I think it's called the Moose Doctor, but I really am not sure on that. So, take a look at that one there. But yeah, we got our little Rough Rider. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at it, not the camera. Okay, yeah, little Rough Rider. And yeah, that one's number was 2261. So, yeah, 2261 and... Oops, wrong blade here. Oh, maybe it was that blade. The blades say the numbers on them, which is nice if you pull them out of the box and they don't remember what one's what. 2265. So 2261 and 2265 look pretty similar. It's just that the 2261 is bigger. Okay. Moving on. I know these aren't real detailed reviews. We're just kind of showing them off to the camera. So if you want like a detailed review, you can look them up. But I figured do a video with the entire lineup in place so you have the opportunity to kind of see them all. So this right here is the 2259. And you got two blades there. And I have to say, like, just as far as this series goes, the fit and finish on all these feels pretty good. Like, I'd say, just on par or better than Case. And they're a lot cheaper. Plus, you're getting VG10 steel. So, I mean, it's a pretty cool... pretty cool knife series, and for how cheap they are, it just kind of seemed like a no-brainer. They're all around like $16, so they're really not much money at all. For what you're getting, they're quite good. So, especially if you're into the classic slip joint knives. Oh yeah, this is one that I thought was really cool, and kind of helped push me toward buying the whole series. So it's not the first one I saw that made me look into the series, but then I saw that like this one was also really cool looking, so kind of influenced me to want to get everything. But this is the cotton sampler, and it's 2269, and I just thought that blade was really unique and quite cool. And I'm sure that there's some sort of history behind a cotton sampler, probably used in agriculture and whatnot. So but kind of a cool looking knife there. And take a look here. And this is the one right here, the 2266. And this one's the Wasp Pipe Doctor. So it's basically an interpretation on a doctor's knife, which, I felt like I needed to get a doctor's knife just because I'm actually currently in medical school. So I'm trying to, study to become a doctor. So I figured, I need to get a doctor's knife, but I didn't really like the, the tongue depressor type thing that they put on your standard doctor's knives. Just because it didn't seem like it'd be the most useful of tools. Plus, I mean, if you actually used it as a tongue depressor, like you'd have to wash it off and whatnot. And not the most practical thing on a knife, I don't think. But I thought this little, tobacco aerator for a for a pipe. As a doctor, I don't recommend smoking, and I don't smoke, but I thought it could be useful for other things as well. I didn't. Plus, it's quite unique. So, anyways, there's that, and then it's got a pretty cool little sheep's foot kind of looking blade there. So, yeah, it's kind of cool, and it's kind of interesting. This little, the pipe tool here, it doesn't go all the way in, like it folds and sits right there, and then you just have the knife there. So it's not like going to get bent or anything like that. I mean, you got the knife kind of keeping that from getting like pushed down or hooking on things, but it does make it accessible and easy to pull out though, so that's nice. So there is your doctor's knife, and I believe they were flat on the ends here for crushing pills back in the day, but not sure on that. But anyways, figured if I'm going to school to be a doctor, I should pick up a doctor's knife. But obviously, don't recommend smoking. And last one here is your Rough Rider Wasp series. And it is the 2264. So, last of the 12. So, yeah, that's a pretty cool, good looking knife as well. So, yeah, overall, I mean, yeah, if you look at all these knives here in the Wasp series are pretty cool. Opening them up, looking at them all, playing around with these Rough Rider knives, I'm just super impressed with them. I've got a couple of siblings that have some Rough Riders. These, like, I recently got into this, but they've actually had some Rough Riders for a bit of time, and last few years they've had some. And I've just been impressed with theirs, and so I figured, might as well just jump on full in and get everything of a series. You really, honestly, I don't think you can beat the quality of knife that you're getting for the price. I don't know where else you could, where you could beat that. I mean, you get some really cool stuff for the price. These are all around. I think they range from like 14 to 21 or something like that. So average like $16 a thing. They're not unbelievably expensive. They're pretty cheap. But they don't feel cheap. They feel good. They feel like high quality, reliable classic pocket knives. I mean, obviously these aren't your modern, tactical knives. These are your, classic knife Grandpa's got in his pocket, and you pull it out and cut your apple with it, and or you clean out underneath your fingernails during church or something like that. But they're pretty cool, and obviously these little guys right here are just novelty. They're just cool. They're fun, and plus for $3, I mean, heck, might as well pick one of those up while you're at it, and then. That's just an impressive for this little guy here. Although it's, just like a stainless blade, so you're not going to get like the most crazy edge retention, but that's not really what it's for. It's more, I think a knife like this is more for like, just playing around with, you just flick it open and be like, what you say to me? I'm going to cut you. You just threaten people. I'm just kidding. Don't threaten people. But it is that's just fun and snappy. And ooh, dang, dude, I just cut myself on camera. Wow. Anyways, so yeah, don't be dangerous with knives. That's a good lesson for you. Cutting yourself on camera. But anyways, overall thoughts here. Really cool knives. Fun little collection. I'm going to have to definitely clean these off. My hands are quite quite dirty after opening up all these packages. They got a lot of manufacturer grime on them, so I'll have to clean them up. But they do feel like the fit and finish is really good, and I have to go clean out my little cut, make sure I don't got factory grime in my cut. So there you go. All right. Well, hope you enjoyed. We will see ya. Bye.